Ya, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to our class, Contrastive Linguistics, and also between Indonesian and also English language in grammatical system. Okay, so in this session, we're going to talk about the word order of grammatical system, such as word order, clauses, questions, verbs, and also correlation of forms. And then, we all talk about active and passive voice in case of function of words, transitive verbs, redundancy of the cover term, and also conclusion. Nah, when we talk about word order of Indonesian language and also English language, what I have just mentioned before, that in English word order is fixed, but in Indonesia word order is much more flexible. Yeah. Why do we have say about that? Because take a look at for the example. So we have they talk about it with me. Now in Indonesia, yeah, we could try to make a different sequences, such as mereka bicarakan hal itu dengan saya, hal itu mereka bicarakan dengan saya hal itu mereka bicarakan. No, so this is one of the example that Indonesian language for in word order flexible than uh, English. Okay, so what about another one? So we have for close. Yeah, we believe that close is a subject and verb. Yeah, close is called close where there is a subject and also verb. Okay, now in close, so we have also one of the example non-copula. Yeah, so in English, so we have he is very angry. So just like this, he is a subject and is a verb. Yeah, just identified as a to be. Yeah, in Indonesia, dia sangat. Yeah, but common mistake that we can find out from this pattern. Yeah, he very angry. Yeah, so the missing of is mostly happen in Indonesian language. Yeah, when Indonesian people try to create make a sentence in English. And one of the second example we have, she is nurse. Okay, she is nurse. So in Indonesia, of course, dia perawat. But common mistake that we can find out that she nurse. Yeah, because why? Because people do not know about the concept of what to be in English. Yeah, they just try to translate word per word. Okay, she, dia, perawat, nurse, just like that. But English, so we cannot do that because in English, so they have the concept of to be is. Okay, and then so we have also showing direction. Yeah, for instance, so in English, so we have I will be here tomorrow. Yeah, but in Indonesia, besok saya mau ke sini. But common mistake that we can find out here, I will here tomorrow. So there is miss of to be here, so that's why the common mistake that we can find out. And also for number two, we have they went to Jakarta. Nah, mereka ke Jakarta kemarin. So mostly people in Indonesia try to make common mistakes, such as they to Jakarta or they go to Jakarta. Yeah, they go to Jakarta because why? Because yes, the concept of tenses. Yeah, and next we have possession of part, such as in English, so we have he has two children, anaknya dua. In common mistake that we can find out in English, so in Indonesian people when they say something in English is children too. Yeah, it's supposed to be children are two. Yeah, so this is a common mistake. Also, she got an A. Nilainya A. Common mistake that we can find out, her mark A. It's supposed to be her mark is A. Yeah. Okay. For question itself, yeah, in English, question are identified by the inversion of the subject and verb, either yes or no questions, WH questions, which is we know that WH questions or information question begins with the question words and position of the subject is a verb is inverted. Okay, for instance, we have he has two children. The question is how many children? How many children? So subject here, how many children does he have? Okay, and they live here. Where do they live? Okay, this is question of station of subject and verb. Yes, subject and verb is inverted. Okay. So what about in Indonesia? In Indonesia, yes or no questions uses the rising intonation or begin with apakah and falling intonation with apakah falling intonation. In information questions use the word order as a statement. For instance, anaknya dua, anaknya berapa? Anaknya berapa? Ya. So WS question could be in Indonesia following intonation. Ya, anaknya berapa? Anaknya dua. Mereka tinggal di mana? Mereka tinggal di sini. So this is about intonation. And we go to a verb in English. Verbs are always related to tenses. Yeah, time and expressed in the tenses. So again, so we believe that in English, so we have present and past. So using of verb, it depends on the context, it depends on the time. Is it present or past? But in Indonesia, there is no tenses. Yeah, there's no tenses because time as the aspect, is the essential aspect to identify, to find out that the sentence are expressed by independent words which don't correlate with other words in the sentence. For instance, so we have verbs. So, example, I ate fried rice last night. Yeah, in Indonesia still we say makan. Saya makan nasi goreng semalam. Nah, semalam as the uh, time aspect that we believe in English in Indonesia, we have no concept of past and present for verb. Verb is identified as now at the moment. Okay, saya sedang makan sekarang. Saya makan nasi goreng sekarang. Okay. In English, so we have also I write. Yeah, of course, in Indonesia, uh, in English, so we have the concept of verb s or es. Yeah, and also if there is a subject and followed with a verb yang diikuti dengan s atau es. Nah, contoh seperti ini, I write. Ya, if the subject is I, you, they, we, so we have to use verb one. Yeah. But if if the subject orang ketiga tunggal, yeah, so we are going to put s, such as he writes. Okay. What else? He reads. Okay. Salah kalau kita menyebut I writes. Of course not. Yeah. Why? Because the concept of subject and verb agreement. Okay. And one pen, two pens. So we have also independent. Satu pulpen, dua pulpen still. So there's no adding s here. Ya, dua pulpen, dua, ya dua pulpen. And we have to go to active and passive voice. Yeah, active and passive voice. So we have English is dominantly use active voice. Yeah, Indonesia is characterized by passive voice. Ya, jadinya terpotong. Ya, paling saya ketinggalan. Such as his finger was cut and was left. Yeah. So we have also, yeah, not only active but also passive. Yeah, he cut his finger. I left. For function word, so we have article in Indonesia. So there is no article. Yeah, Indonesia there is no article. In English, so there is an article and an, and also the to express by independent words such as rumah yang besar, ya, a big house, ya, sebuah rumah yang besar, sebuah, a big house, ya. Kemudian untuk pronouns sendiri, of course in Indonesia we have he and sorry, in English Indonesia we have for pronoun kamu, saudara is much less frequently used than their English counterpart such as you. Jadi kalau in English lebih sering menggunakan kata you. Second person di Indonesia itu sesuatu yang very formal or direct. Jadi it's not used. Nah, jadi second person nah digunakan English uses a pronouns as yang more than Indonesian does. Jadi ada pronoun as yang digunakan ya, as more than Indonesian does. Okay, so we go to transitive verb, which is of course in Indonesia transitive verb is not always followed by the object. Ya, in Indonesia, tapi di English most followed by the object. Dia selalu diikuti dengan objek. One of the example, percaya atau tidak. Saya tidak mau beli karena saya tidak suka. Dan kalau di English, believe it, believe it. So transitive. Nah, ini dia objeknya. I will not buy it. Nah, sebagai verbnya atau objek. It's January now. It is this shirt is red. Nah, Indonesia sekarang bulan Januari. Bulan, jadi ada pengulangan bulan di sini. Baju ini warnanya merah ya, karena kita tahu merah itu sudah warna. Jadi banyak pengulangan dalam bahasa Indonesia. Ya, kalau Inggris tidak. Ya, it's January now. So they will never say that this is month of January. No. Ya, January. Ya. Nah, kalau Indonesia itu yang paling sering itu adalah redundancy of the common terms such as saya pergi ke bank BNI, saya pergi ke bank BRI, saya pergi ke bank BTN, padahal sudah sebuah bank, tapi kita mengulang kata itu dengan kata bank lagi. Oke, okay? Nah, yeah, so for the conclusion, so we have to say that the using of grammatical Indonesia and English are different. Yeah, some of them make us confused how to use it, and on the other hand, so both of them have the same similarities. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Class dismissed, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.